ते टाकून नाही का आणि खोबरं
रिलेटेड एक्सपीरियंस क्या है?
गणपती घालून राहतो आता होते ना खायला नको
Hello, good morning. Am I audible?
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, so only 15 participants are here today. Why?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we wait or shall we start it? Shall we start? Why so less students? I think 40 students are total in your class, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let it be. As usual, what we have learned yesterday. Anyone? No one is here? I am alone?
Yes, ma'am.
Then what we have learned yesterday?
Ma'am, aphorism 133, 134, and 35.
35.
काय म्हटलं उर्वी? माझं इंटरनेट अनस्टेबल होतं.
मॅम aphorism 133 बघितला 134 135.
काय दिलंय त्याच्यात?
मॅम aphorism 133 मध्ये आपण मॉडॅलिटीज बघितल्या.
Very good.
पोझिशन वेगळी
बरोबर.
नंतर आणि 134 मध्ये
मॅम 134 मध्ये peculiar modality बघितले.
बरोबर.
आणि 135 मध्ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन आणि ते सगळं म्हणजे बोथ सेक्सेस वरती वेगळे हे करायचं ते दिलं.
Right. So we are dealing with the drug proving with modalities. What extra we need during the drug proving. So जशी काल मी गोष्ट सांगितली होती तर ह्या गोष्टीचा हा क्लायमॅक्स होता. परत एकदा सांगायचं आहे ते. अंजली, आज आवाज येतोय?
हो मॅम.
After experiencing symptoms we should note right. Vaishnavi, right. ठीक है. So again we will discuss the story of the drug proving. Yesterday we have discussed, but okay, let it be. So drug proving means yesterday we have seen कि we are determining the pathogenetic power of the medicine. So please listen it properly. I am telling is just like a story that we are telling to the small children. So as that I am giving you the information about drug proving. Please listen it properly. So drug proving means what? We are getting the pathogenetic power of the medicine. We want to know what the hidden character is present in that particular medicine. So long time ago, there was a one scientist or the philosopher or a physician named Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, who discovered this procedure to find out which thing is present inside the medicine by which we can cause the disease and we can cure the disease. To find out that, he started a one procedure. He is giving the drug to the prover or to a person. He called it as a prover, and he want to take out all the signs and symptoms, that is a morbid state we call. He records all the things, and then he is giving this record in the form of the pathogenetic power of the medicine, and he named that procedure as a drug proving. After that, he found out that instead of giving the crude drugs, we have to prove the medicine in the form of in the potentized form. So he started that. So that was the first experiment, that is China, that we are called it as a golden experiment. So that was the first drug proving. So he has given us the certain prerequisite things for that drug proving. So we require the provers. So prover should be in a large quantity. He said ki when you are proving any drug only on one person, you will get the partial thing about it. All the shades of that drug, all the signs and symptoms you will not get from only one person. And that's why he advised that please prove this drug on the uh, large number of people. Then they should be proved on the healthy individual. It should not be proved on the sick people, because yesterday I have told you that the condition may occur if when the two dissimilar diseases are meet together. So to prevent all these things, and or the second condition may appear कि the two similar diseases will meet together. So in that case, you will not get any morbid state, and hence we are proving it on the healthy human being. So what the three things we required for the drug proving is the drug, second one is the prover, and the third one is the environment. So regarding the drug, he has given if your drug is indigenous, what to do? Exotic, it may be the salt and gum, it may be the metals, it may be the mineral. So according to the nature of the drug, you have to give it to the prover in the form of fresh juice, or in the form of, or you can give it by mixing it with the alcohol or in the water. Second thing is the prover. So what he said regarding the prover, the prover should be literate, the prover should be sensitive, he should be delicate, he should be trustworthy, and if he is a physician, then he is the best prover. At the same time, the prover should be idiosyncratic. Then the third thing is the we should prove all the drug on the large number of people. That reason I have told you previously, and on the both gender. We are not proving it on the animals. That reason also I have told you doing it. The subjective mental symptoms, modalities, then the other susceptibility we cannot judge on the animals. But the advantage is that we can prove the nosodes and sarcodes, we can prove the higher potency on the animal. After that, we have seen how the idiosyncratic person are helpful to us. Then we have seen the dose. Now we have decided we have to prove the medicine on all the type of ages, all the types of genders. We are considering the susceptibility. We have decided the method of preparation of the drug. We have decided that we are not giving the medicine in the crude form. It should be in the potentized form. Then the next come is the dose and the mode of administration. So dose, he said that the medicine should be given in a smaller dose or in the moderate dose to any constitution. It may be the weak constitution or it may be the robust constitution. Because when you are giving in a stronger or the larger dose, you cannot come down. But instead of whenever you are giving in the smaller doses, you can increase the dose day by day. And the mode of administration also we have seen. If we are giving the potentized medicine daily, 4 to 6 globules 3 to 4 times a day, you can give it with the water. कब तक देना है हमको मेडिसिन, ड्रग हमको कब तक देने हैं? How long we have to give the drug to the prover? Nobody is here. I am alone.
जोपर्यंत सगळे सायन्स अँड सिम्पटम्स आपल्याला मिळत नाही तोपर्यंत.
बरोबर आहे. जोपर्यंत त्याला फर्स्ट सिम्पटम येत नाही तोपर्यंत त्याला मेडिसिन देत राहायची. सो वन्स we got the symptom, so at that time we have to note down all the modalities regarding the time modality, food modality, postural modality, so all these things we have to collect it from the patient, and you will get all the symptoms from that medicine when you are proving it on the large number of individuals. So up to this we have seen. Any problem in this now? आतापर्यंतच समजलंय सगळ्यांना?
येस मॅम.
Yes, ma'am.
Then Dr. Hariman has given us the certain. Which point is left by me? एक point सुटलाय. कोणता? कोणता पॉइंट राहिला माझ्याकडून? कोणीतरी तर बोला. कोणता पॉइंट सुटलाय? झाले सगळे पॉइंट्स कव्हर? निरंजन, अलीशा, वैष्णवी, शिवानी, which point is remain? And that is most important point. We have to tell to the prover. Pranjali, कोणता पॉइंट राहिलाय? एनीवन चुकलं तर चालतं ना, पण मला कळू तर द्या. तुम्हाला कळलं का कोणता पॉइंट राहिलाय ते?
Ma'am,
अनप्रेजुडायझेशन.
अनप्रेजुडाइज ऑब्झर्वर. बरं, अजून? अजून कोणता पॉइंट राहिलाय? अरे कोणीतरी तर सांगा. अलीशा, कौन सा पॉइंट छूट गया है मेरा? तेजस्विनी पाटील,
yes, ma'am.
कोणता पॉइंट राहिलाय माझा? श्वेता पाटील, पूर्वी, हा काय?
Surrogate replacement of
सरोगेट.
replacement of medicine.
अजून? अजून कोणता?
Heroic medicines.
येस, हिरोईक मेडिसिन्स अँड नार्कोटिक मेडिसिन्स. अजून भरपूर राहिलेत म्हणजे माझे. आता काय राहिलंय?
The prover should do not do.
Yes, very good. That the dietary restrictions, we have to give the instruction to the prover. So all these points are important. Very good for the drug proving. ठीक आहे. कळालंय म्हणजे इथपर्यंत. Now we will
Yes.
start from aphorism number 137 or 138.
मॅम 136.
136 च चालू करायचंय.
हो.
बरं. बापरे, इतके 7 पार्टिसिपेंट्स का गायब झाले? 17 पैकी 10च उरले. का गायब झाले एवढे? Alisha, read this 136.
Yes, ma'am. Although, as has been said, a medicine on being proved on a healthy subject cannot develop in one person all the alternation of health it is capable of causing, but can only do this when given to many different individuals, varying in their corporeal and mental constitution, yet the tendency to exert all those symptoms in every human being exists in it. Aphorism 117. According to an eternal and immutable law of nature, by virtue of which all its effects, even those that are but rarely developed in the healthy person, are brought into operation in the case of every individual. If administered to him when he is in a morbid state presenting similar symptoms, it then, even in the smallest dose, being homeopathically selected, silently produced in the patient an artificial state closely resembling the natural disease, which rapidly and permanently, homeopathically frees and cures him of his original malady.
Okay, thank you. Although it has said that a medicine, we have seen this. First line we have seen the medicine should be proved on the healthy subject and it should be proved on the large number of people. It should not, it because it will not develop all the symptoms in a one person. All alterations of health, that are the signs and symptoms, are produced in the different people in a different way, as they are having the different corporeal and the mental constitution. If that person is robust, he will give you different presentation. If the person is weak person, he will give you the different presentation. So in this way, you will get the number of symptoms from the different individuals. Yet, the tendency to excite all these symptoms in every human being exists, and that we have seen that when the medicine is acting on the individual, it will produce the morbid state according to the eternal and immutable law of nature. So we have seen this. If whenever you are giving anything, it will deranges your health. It will act on your vital force, and by the virtue of its effect, it will produces the healthy person into the a sick person. Even those but rarely develop in the healthy person are brought into the operation all in the case of every individual if administered to him when he is a morbid state presenting a similar symptoms. So we are giving the medicine on the large number of people. They will give you the different symptoms as they are having the different corporeal and the mental constitution. And when it is fully proved on the basis of that record, we are giving the same medicine in a morbid state, in a disease state to the patient who is having the similar symptom. It then even in the smallest dose. So we are giving the medicine in the proving also in the smallest dose, and in the patient also we are giving in a smallest dose. So similar medicine, that is homeopathically selected medicine, we are giving in a smallest dose. Silently produces in the patient in the artificial state. So when you are giving The similar medicine with the smaller dose, this will produce the artificial disease, which is resembling the natural disease and which is stronger than the natural disease, and then it will overcome the natural disease in a rapidly, permanently, and then that individual will be free from the original malady. We will get the cure from the natural disease, and hence to get all the signs and symptoms, we have to prove on the different constitution, on the different physical makeup. Then only we can give it to the patient who is having the same constitution, who is having the same number of symptoms. Then this will produce the artificial disease, and then artificial disease, as it is stronger, it will remove the original malady. It will remove the natural disease rapidly and permanently. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
समझना है aphorism?
Yes, ma'am.
Now 137. So here in the 136, you can easily draw a flow chart. The medicine proved on the different individual having the different corporeal and mental constitution. त्याच्या खाली arrow देऊन it will excite, it will produce the signs and symptoms. त्याच्या खाली परत arrow देऊन the same medicine you can give it to the patient who is having the same morbid state. After giving the medicine, this will produce the artificial state which is stronger, and in this way there will be a cure which is rapid and permanent. Now 137. Pranjali, read.
Aphorism number 137. The more moderate within certain limits the doses of medicine you endeavor the observation by the selection of person who is lower of true temperate in all respect of delicate feelings, and who can direct most minute attention to his senses more distinctly are primary effects develop, and not this which are the most worth knowing occur without any admixture of secondary effects or reactions of the vital force. Whenever excessively large doses are used, there occur at the same time not only number of secondary effects among the symptoms, but the primary effects also with such impetuosity that nothing can be accurately observed, let alone the danger attending them, which no one has any regard for his fellow creature, and who looks on the meanest mankind as his brother, will deem in indifferent manner.
Yes, thank you. So more moderate time with a certain limit, the dose of the medicine. Why we are giving the smaller dose? That's सांगितलंय. When the dose of the medicine, when you are giving to the poor, we endeavor and facilitate the observation by the selection of the person who is a truth lover. So we are giving the medicine to the prover in a smaller dose, and that prover should be a lover of truth. यानी वो सही हमेशा सच ही बोलेगा. अगर उसको दो ही symptoms आ रहे हैं, so he will give you that information only. Then in all the respects, maybe it is regarding to the mental symptoms or it may be regarding to the corporeal symptoms. He should be delicate at the same time, so that we will get the symptoms rapidly. Who can direct the most minute attention to his sensation? अब ये provers के characteristics he has mentioned. कि the prover should be trustworthy, he should be delicate, and he should observe himself properly so that he can observe the minute changes. He can observe all the sensations which are happening inside his body. So much more distantly are the primary effects developed. जो भी उसको पहले जो effect आ रहे हैं, he should take into the consideration all these things only by our smaller dose. Only these which are most worth knowing occur without any admixture. दूसरा उन्होंने बोला है कि वहां पे कोई एडमिक्सचर नहीं होना चाहिए, जैसे मैंने बेसर का ही नको with the secondary effect or the reactions of the vital force. जैसे when you have given a drug to the person, so after 2 to 4 days, if he is having the sign and symptoms such as headache, nausea, vomiting, or the abdominal pain, muscle pain, bony pain, and subsequently when it is decreases, that means the vital force will overpower it after the some days. So that should not be mixed. So primary action and secondary action, we have to write it down properly. When, however, excessively larger doses are used, there occur at the same time not only a number of secondary effect among the symptoms. So यहाँ तक हो गया smaller dose का. Whenever you are giving the larger dose, then there the primary action and the secondary effect will get mixed क्योंकि आपने doses उसको बहुत repeatedly दिए हैं and the larger dose you have given. So in that case, the primary and the secondary action, we should find it out cautiously. There should not be any confusion. There should not be any hurry when you are giving the larger dose, but otherwise it will not give you the clear picture. So that examiner जो कर रहा है, that will be in a danger कि वो primary effect है या secondary effect है. Whenever you are giving the larger dose and you will not get the proper portrait of the disease, which no one has regard his fellow creatures, and one who look the meanest of the mankind as his brother will deem in different manner. So जब आप small dose देते हो prover को, it will not affect anything. आपको sensation, functions, all the signs and symptoms, you will get it properly. But whenever you are giving the larger dose, यहाँ पे primary action कौन सी और secondary action कौन सी, it is very difficult to know. Confusion create हो सकता है वहाँ पे, and that confusion may appear whenever you are recording the symptoms, and ultimately if you are not getting the proper portrait of the disease, जब आप patient treat करने जाओगे, this will causes the confusion. So here he has given the importance of the smaller dose and the certain qualities of the prover. He should be trustworthy, he should be delicate, and he should give the full attention. We have to differentiate properly primary action and the secondary action. But in the larger dose, then both the actions will get mixed and we will not get the proper signs and symptoms of that particular drug. And this will not form the portrait of the disease properly. So this will be the indifferent way, or the larger dose में symptoms confusion create करेंगे. Instead of that, the smaller dose में you will get the full picture of the disease. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So the primary action of medicine will appear in the hurried confusion and with such violence that nothing can be accurately observed by the physician. The symptoms of the primary action, it may get mixed with the secondary action. In the larger dose, the medicine can produce their own chemical action, but in the smaller dose, the medicine produces the generic action. The medicine will do all the signs and symptoms of that particular medicine. So in this slide, we compare here the smaller dose and the larger dose. Caroline?
Yes, ma'am.
समझा है सबको? So if the question is like this, what are the demerits of the larger dose? तो उसमें आप क्या-क्या लिख सकते हो? या if the question arises during the viva, What will be your answer? What are the demerits of using larger dose? First one is it may produces the toxic and the poisonous effect. Second thing is that this may produces this hurried confusion. Third one is that the primary action will get mixed with the secondary action. Fourth one is the medicine can produce its own chemical action. So these 4 points they have, and this will be in danger in attending the patient because you are not having the full portrait of the disease. In this way, these are the demerits of using larger dose during the proving. कळालाय?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone clearly understood?
Yes, ma'am.
लिहिता येईल का?
Yes, ma'am.
आणि याच्या अपोजिट विचारले की व्हॉट आर द ऍडव्हान्टेजेस ऑफ युझिंग मॉडरेट डोस ऑर द स्मॉल डोस. तर त्याच्यात काय लिहाल? याच्या सगळं अपोजिट की प्रायमरी ऍक्शन the symptoms of the primary action they are appear without any admixture with the secondary action. The true picture of the disease can be formed and the symptoms of the primary action can be distantly observed.